Slava Ukraini!
President Zelensky has confirmed he's ready to sign a minerals deal with the United States. That's despite the heated exchange.
This morning, a Ukrainian official tells CNN they will likely run out of artillery shells by May or June. This after President Trump ordered a pause to all U.S. military aid.
There is a very delicate balance between war and peace. This delicate balance is now being struck between Ukraine and Russia. But the negotiations between the sides and the mediators are trying to find their place in this delicate balance. Here, the importance of strong catalytic mediators has become much more crucial. It is in this atmosphere that Turkish President Erdogan has become a key mediator.
Her iki taraf içinde güvenilir bir arabulucu olmaya samimi olarak gayret gösterdik. Somut neticeler aldık.
Both by supporting the European Union's peace initiatives and by closely monitoring the United States mineral deal process. While Turkey is taking bold steps in the Black Sea, from enforcing the Montreux Straits Convention to providing arms and technological support to Ukraine, it is not closing its channels of communication with Russia.
Benim parayı da veriyorsun.
За меня тоже заплатите, да?
Да, заплачу. Как ты же гость.
Siz misafirsiniz tabii ki.
While the European Union side continues to discuss peacekeeping alternatives and Europe's rapid armament projects, Ankara is a game changer with its strong military, breakthroughs in the defence industry and diplomatic experience. In particular, the impact of unmanned aerial vehicles such as Bayraktar TB2 in Ukraine is seen as one of the elements that make Turkey indispensable in the European security architecture. On the other hand, while the United States repeats the message not without Turkey, Ankara's efforts to keep the North Atlantic Treaty Organization alliance intact and its desire to rapprochement with the European Union create a new strategic equation. So what can Turkey really do to resolve the crisis between Ukraine and Russia? In the light of all these developments, is Erdogan's statement that we are ready to send troops to Ukraine a saviour scenario for Europe or a high-risk move? We now examine in detail Turkey's multifaceted diplomatic role in the Ukraine-Russia war, its advantages for the European Union, and its balancing act with Washington. The United States is pursuing different paths than the European Union in order to bring the war between Ukraine and Russia to the stage of peace negotiations. Donald Trump has cut military and intelligence aid to Ukraine. Mr. Trump is trying to get Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to sign a minerals deal. Under this agreement, Ukraine will transfer 50% of future revenues from state-owned mineral resources, oil and gas, to a fund. This fund would then invest in promoting Ukraine's safety, security and prosperity. The agreement has not yet been signed, and the United States has therefore not yet reiterated military support to Ukraine. This has caused great concern on the European Union side. At the latest European Union summit in Brussels, which lasted for nearly 10 hours, member states discussed the $800 billion project to arm Europe. A series of priority areas from air defence systems to drones were identified in the armament process, and a 5-point agreement was reached for peace in Ukraine. The European Union, which was founded as a peace project, found itself preparing for war due to the changing international conjuncture. At the special European Union summit held in Brussels the previous day, it was decided to significantly increase defence spending. While such efforts are underway on the European Union side, one of the biggest supporters of these efforts came from Turkey. Turkish President Erdogan made critical remarks after meeting with Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. Erdogan stated that if necessary, they could send troops to Ukraine as part of the European Union's peace efforts. In addition, the Turkish leader emphasized that they will provide all kinds of support to Ukraine in terms of military and financial support, that Ukraine's territorial integrity must be protected, and that Crimea must remain under the Kiev regime. Erdogan's stance on Ukraine after Trump's was almost a saviour move for the European Union. Even though the Turkish president has been following the European Union doctrine in the peace process, he has also been careful not to dismiss Donald Trump's proposals by praising them. The summit between the United States and Russian delegations in Istanbul had already produced important results, such as decisions on normalization, and the mutual reactivation of consulates. Moreover, Donald Trump had signalled that the Istanbul Agreement could be the basis for the transition phase to peace negotiations to end the war between Ukraine and Russia. This signalled that Turkey and the United States were on the same path to end this war and that they were taking strategic steps together. But Erdogan's stance is not limited to this. On the one hand, the Turkish president is addressing the problem without losing the support of the United States, and on the other hand, he is keeping the European Union's political channels open on the Ukrainian war. The European Union, on the other hand, is very hopeful of Turkey's political support. European Union sources believe that only Erdogan can contain Putin in the Black Sea. But what can Turkey really do to resolve the crisis between Ukraine and Russia? How can Turkey's strategy be advantageous for the European Union? We will now explore this critical spiral and take a detailed look at what Turkey means for the European Union on Ukraine. And for the United States, we will look at what their strategy could be if they lose Turkey. But first of all, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and give us a like so that you can stay up to date with our content. Let's get started. Despite his cordial understanding with his friend Putin, Erdogan remains one of Ukraine's biggest supporters, determined to defend Kiev's territorial integrity and counter Moscow's appetites. Turkey cannot help but perceive Russia's aggressive expansionism in the Black Sea region as a threat to its geopolitical and energy security. The fragmentation of the Black Sea coast, the seizure of Abkhazia in 2008, the annexation of Crimea in 2014, and the invasion of Ukraine in February 2022 are perceived by Ankara as threats to the stability of the region. The symbolic importance of the Crimean Peninsula, a former Ottoman protectorate, and the legendary birthplace of the Turkish-speaking Tatars is also crucial for Ankara. Unlike many European countries, which hesitated to support Kiev in the early days of the Russian invasion, Ankara has been resolute. Turkey invoked the Montreux Convention on the Straits and closed the Istanbul and Dardanelles Straits to Russian warships. Although presented as neutrality, this was a measure that severely limited Moscow's ability to strengthen its Black Sea fleet. Support for Ukraine effectively limits Russian expansion in the region and strengthens Turkey's strategic position. From Ankara's perspective, a resilient and sovereign Ukraine is an important break on Russian dominance in the region. On the battlefield, Turkey has equipped Kiev with one of its most effective weapon systems. The Bayraktar TB2 drone also proved decisive in Libya, where Ankara significantly exposed Russia's vulnerabilities. These drones helped Ukraine destroy enemy armoured columns and ships and tipped the balance in key battles. Turkey is playing a good balancing act, arming Ukraine with one hand and dealing with Russia with the other, without imposing Western sanctions against Moscow. This is not the first time. It is up to the Europeans to recognise Turkey's momentum. Erdogan has not closed the door on contributing to the peacekeeping force in Ukraine on the assumption of a ceasefire. The country has no shortage of people or technological know-how in the theatre of operations, whether in the air or on the ground. It is a good dynamic for Turkey, a contradictory power, to flex its muscles in the midst of the continent's strategic awakening. In particular, discussing the principles of a post-Trump European security architecture requires European Union leaders to understand and accept that Turkey is a uniquely indispensable partner as a key regional actor. This reality seems to have been gradually recognised by various European leaders. Turkey has North Atlantic Treaty Organization's second largest army and is steadily increasing its defence and security budget. Its defence industry is making tremendous progress, with products being procured across the European Union, including Spain, Portugal, Poland, Romania, Estonia, Croatia, and Hungary. This is the problem that Donald Trump complains about the most. Donald Trump has complained that European Union countries are not spending enough on North Atlantic Treaty Organization defence spending, not exceeding the 5% threshold. But Turkey's military spending has increased dramatically, even though it is not an European Union member. Most European Union countries do not have the military budget of Turkey. This makes the European Union reluctant to lose Turkey to anyone. On the other hand, Turkish defence companies continue to expand their presence in the European Union defence market through technology transfers and even major strategic acquisitions and partnerships. This normally militarily capable country has not hesitated to take a tough stance against Russia from time to time. Since 2014, Turkey has been consistently vocal about Ukraine's independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity, and has provided Kiev with arms without any restrictions. The government in Ankara has a very clear approach to Ukraine, even if it does not completely confront the Moscow regime. The growing defence partnership between Ukraine and Turkey has helped Kiev in its fight against Russia, strengthening Ankara's security and boosting the economies of both partners. Now, however, there is an opportunity to expand this partnership and, in doing so, secure the Black Sea and Europe at large. The benefits of this partnership have become clearer over the last 2 years. Baykar is one of the leading Turkish companies in this regard. In February, Baykar broke ground on a UAV factory near Kiev. The factory, which will take 12 months to build, is expected to create 500 jobs and produce 120 units a year. North Atlantic Treaty Organization Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg pointed to the project, calling it an example of how allies are supporting Ukraine not only through direct deliveries of arms and ammunition, but also by investing in and increasing their capacity to produce their own weapons. Turkey and Ukraine's strategic partnership goes even further. For example, Baykar's Akıncı fighter jet and Kızılelma fighter jet use Ukrainian-made Ivchenko Progress engines. Kızılelma has even been called the Turkish bird with a Ukrainian heart. Baykar, which is mentioned in all these works, is now trying to expand its relations with the European Union. The agreement signed between Italy's Leonardo and Turkey's Baykar was widely covered in the German press. German newspapers reported the news with headlines such as, "Europe is arming itself, Turkey's drone is getting closer." The Italian press, on the other hand, stated that this agreement means an alliance for the European UAV market, which is expected to reach $100 billion in 10 years. Local media reported that Leonardo has recently taken steps to replicate its cooperation model with Germany's Rheinmetall in the production of armoured combat vehicles, with Baykar in the production of UAVs. The news article stated that the agreement was the product of 5 months of intensive work, and that Leonardo and Baykar aim to produce the first prototype within 1 year with the joint venture and enter the market quickly. The Italian media announced the Baykar-Leonardo cooperation with the headline, "Italian Technology on UAVs, Growth Plan from Leonardo." It was noted that Baykar and Leonardo are currently working on a business model and will bring together their necessary technologies in order to dominate a European market that is estimated to reach $100 billion in 10 years. The first model to be produced on an Italian-Turkish axis is expected to be a large UAV next year. Leonardo Chief Executive Officer Cingolani was quoted in the news report as saying that the defence industry is facing new challenges such as UAVs, artificial intelligence, the 6th-generation fighter jet, cybersecurity and space, and that this is precisely why technological cooperation is urgent and necessary. It was stated that Leonardo and Baykar aim to realise sales to Europe and other countries with the certificates they will quickly obtain from Italy. For the UAVs they will jointly produce by revealing their experience through this cooperation, emphasising that Baykar's UAVs are sold to 36 countries and generate annual revenues of nearly $2 billion. The news article noted that the two big companies started their march together as of yesterday, with the goal of producing a prototype in 12 to 18 months. Turkey's military innovation steps like these give Ukraine hope, both because of the possibility of increased aid and because the European Union, witnessing Ankara's strength, feels that it is not alone against Russia. One of the military moves Turkey has made in recent days within the scope of its innovative approach, which has made the European Union and Ukraine hopeful and happy, is in the direction of howitzers. Turkey has signed an important milestone in the history of the defence industry. The first export of howitzer-class weapons since the foundation of the Republic was realised with the Boran howitzer. According to the agreement signed with the Bangladesh government, 18 Boran howitzers will be delivered to the country. This agreement, once again, demonstrates the success of the Turkish defence industry in the international arena and its competitiveness in the global market. The Boran howitzer is an advanced weapon system that stands out with its high range, powerful fire, and modern technology. It shows that its manufacturer, Turkey, has made a significant breakthrough in defence technology. This export proves that Turkish engineering and production capabilities meet international standards. Bangladesh will use Boran howitzers in its military operations and thus strengthen its defence capability. The agreement also reinforces the strategic cooperation between the two countries. Turkey's defence industry has made significant progress in recent years and is attracting more and more attention in the global market. These exports highlight the international recognition and success of the sector. Such moves indeed reaffirm Turkey's role as a crucial actor in resolving the war between Ukraine and Russia. Turkey's military innovations, as we mentioned, are a beacon of hope for Ukraine and the European Union. Ukraine's idea is that Turkey will send its remaining military resources to it after Turkey's critical military moves. Alternatively, Kiev may directly demand Turkey's latest military developments. Ankara would not hesitate to cooperate with Kiev in this regard. What is clear is that Turkey is making itself felt to be indispensable for all sides. Turkey can help play a role both as an important partner for the European Union and as an important North Atlantic Treaty Organization ally. Turkey has the potential to help strengthen the European security architecture. The country has many advantages. These include Turkey's geopolitical position, its defence industry, its role in the energy system, its renewable energy capabilities, its access to strategic transport routes, its infrastructure and its young population. Turkey also aims to enhance Euro-Atlantic security. Turkey and the United States are already cooperating to replenish United States ammunition stocks, which is critical given Washington's role in supplying munitions to Ukraine. According to the United States ambassador to Turkey, by next year, 30% of all 155mm rounds produced in the United States will be produced by factories that are part of a partnership between the United States Department of Defense and a Turkish defense company. Turkey and Greece recently joined the German-led European Sky Shield initiative, which provides a platform for participating countries to jointly procure air defense capabilities. This is an important contribution to European security. On the other hand, Turkey has gained significant experience in resolving crises. This experience has come from Turkey's efforts in dealing with crises in Ukraine, the Middle East, the Balkans, and the Horn of Africa. Backed by this experience, Turkey has the ability and potential to contribute to global peace and stability efforts. This capability could be another important contribution to the European security architecture. Moreover, Turkey's defence capabilities can help support the European security architecture. As a North Atlantic Treaty Organization ally, Turkey, through the Turkish Armed Forces, continues to strengthen North Atlantic Treaty Organization activities, including air policing maritime activities, missile defence, and peacekeeping operations. Neither the United States nor the European Union wants to lose Turkey with all these incredible advantages. The European Union in particular has been making a lot of efforts in this regard recently. The European wing has already started saying that Turkey is an European Union country. So, how have Turkey-European Union relations been progressing recently? Turkey-European Union relations have been stagnant in recent years, especially in terms of progress in the membership negotiation process. Assessments of Turkey-European Union relations have continued during this process. For example, the European Union published its Turkey 2024 report. But according to the report, the effort to re-engage in areas of mutual interest in the European Union-Turkey relationship, which was set out in the joint communiqué in 2023, was blocked by the Cyprus issue. On August 9, 2024, Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan attended the informal meeting of European Union foreign ministers after a long break of 5 years and discussed how to improve cooperation on issues such as regional conflicts, geopolitical risks, and how bilateral relations can be institutionally improved. Finally, efforts to assess and revitalise Turkey-European Union relations gained a new momentum with the inauguration of United States President-elect Donald Trump on January 20th. At this point, European Union High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy Kaja Kallas visited Turkey just 4 days after Trump's inauguration and met with Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan. Although Kallas later said that Turkey is a candidate country for the European Union, it is noteworthy that she first described Turkey as an important strategic partner. In this meeting, Kallas emphasised the cooperation between Turkey and the European Union and Turkey's adoption of a different approach from European Union policies such as the Cyprus issue and Russia sanctions. In fact, Turkey's compliance with the European Union's common foreign and security policies was above 90% during the accession negotiation process, but has been on a downward trend, with the possibility of becoming a European Union member gradually disappearing. In this process, we witnessed a period in which Turkey and the European Union diverged from each other on foreign policy issues and harmonisation decreased. It would be unrealistic to think that the European Union's understanding that considers its relations with Turkey outside the European Union negotiation process and links the progress of relations to the solution of the Cyprus problem will contribute to the progress of relations and the realisation of the harmonisation between Turkey and the European Union in foreign and security policies that Kallas expects from Turkey. At this point, the most effective way for Turkey and the European Union to achieve the desired potential in relations is for Turkey and the European Union to revisit and restart the membership process. In the absence of the United States, it seems that the European Union will have to listen to Turkey's demands if it wants to solve the Ukraine crisis, rein in Russia, and ensure the security and rearmament of Europe.